Hello everyone. So being yesterday was Monday, of course, and I kind of got lucky that I got some plants and I got extra lucky, and how fitting for it being Earth Day as well. I got some African violets. This is actually we locally we have two lows. One's further away than the other. The one that's closest to me, has been kind of lacking on plants selection. They've been kind of not really bringing in the African violets, and what they do bring in is not a whole lot and not a lot of variety. So, being as I was up north to the other one, closer to the other one that I rarely ever go to, they had a lot, and I picked up four. I'm not really quite sure who is who just yet. Um, I tend to kind of wait until they bloom for me at home because I've noticed some of them will bloom differently for me than they did when I brought them. That is actually a lot bluer than what is being shown, but it's a very pretty color. But it's a lot blue. It's way more blue than purple that it's showing on here. Um, I tried looking these up and I really don't know. I'm honestly stumped on just about all of them, maybe. Um, this one here is kind of a neat and interesting one. I have kind of plucked off like a lot of the spent blooms. And I did spray them last night because they have thripes on them, and currently none of mine have thripes. So I'm not really thrilled about all that. And what I did spray them with didn't really do anything, so I'm kind of like, okay. I think I need to like have them here for a little while and let them do their thing. But a lot of these have so many buds on them. I mean, there's what there, and there's a lot of them like hidden. Like you can just tell, like there's something down there. And I got this one in the book. This one might be a little easier to figure out than all the other ones, just because of the purple edging around it. This one, I have a feeling is going to give me a lot of troubles. At first, I was thinking it was Hiroshigi, which I'll put a picture of what it looks like somewhere around it. But there was one next to it, and it didn't look quite like this one. So I was thinking it wasn't, but I'm not really finding any that looks like this one. So, like I said, I'm pretty stumped. This is the one that I wanted to figure out. Now, if it's the same as Hiroshigi, I'm okay because this one is flat, like it's laid out flat. Mine that I currently have stands straight up. The leaves stand straight up. It does not matter how much light I give it. I actually put it under my succulent light, which is very strong, and I actually kind of discolored the leaves, but it was still standing straight up. I've tried everything. I think it's just one of those things where it's just going to stand up, and that's just how it is. So I don't really mind if I have one that's kind of laying flat. This one is actually a 6-inch, like that one, and these are like the standard 4-inch. That one's really pretty though. That is a very pretty blue. I don't think I have one that's that color blue, which I really wish it would show up on camera, which reds, especially purples and blues, are not really easy to show up for African violets, I've noticed, but this one shows up, the color. And plus, I'm going to wait on this one to see what it blooms next in my environment, because my Hiroshigi does not bloom, it's not as blue as this one. It's not as blue as a lot of others, no matter the what season it is, because I noticed, so you can see a thripe moving right there. Sorry for my big finger. It doesn't matter, like, or what am I trying to say here? Sorry. Usually African violets will bloom slightly differently from summer compared to winter, especially if you're like on the East Coast, or if it's kind of like drastic from one season to the next. So mine kind of vary sometimes, but Hiroshige doesn't really for me. It's never this blue either. So I'm kind of curious to see what this really is, and it might actually be Hiroshige, and that's fine. I mean, it doesn't quite, like, the blooms don't quite look like mine that I have, and the one that was next to it, and the one that they had there, which was like a 4-inch standard, it wasn't as blue as that either. So this one has me stumped. So does this one. But I'm gonna figure it out. If not, it'll just be annoyed, and well, they're all, most of them are technically noids unless I purchase them, but you know, whatever. So this one's a very pretty one. I'm really excited about this one, and I wish it would show up the blue, but honestly the way it comes up in the video is very pretty as well. Actually, you can kind of tell it might be blue just based on the two comparisons, because the one on the right is actually purple. So, but anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so this is my collection of plants I got yesterday. Like I said, I really wish it didn't have thripes on it. It kind of sucks. And maybe I need to find something that's better at thripes. Maybe I should use neem oil instead. Although neem oil might kind of make the blooms look a little bit funky. But, and you're really technically, if I was being very professional about this, I would have come home and taken all the blooms off. But there's a lot of blooms and there's a lot of stalks, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. And currently, right now, a lot of mine are in storage container boxes, and I haven't really been blooming because of my mix that I've had. I just don't think it was working for it. So, you know, it's kind of nice to actually finally have blooms, which is why I really got into them in the first place, you know, just because how can you pass by a flower and not be somewhat cheerful or happy about it, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's might not be as cheerful as like maybe this one or this one, because I don't think it's blooming to its fullest potential. Plus, it might have gotten beaten up, and I might show like a picture once all the other little blooms start going, but let's go back to this one. I mean, this one's just full of blooms and thripes, but you know. So I might try to look to see if there's something better for thripes. I actually think there's something that's kind of on the pricey side, which I cannot afford. But anyway, not that I wanted to make this extremely long, but I'm going to be quiet and end the video because you've seen everything and you don't really want to sit here and look at another 20-minute long video of plants and talking, which technically you don't actually have to listen to me talk. You can just mute it and just watch. But anyway, I'm shutting up now. Thanks for watching.